you want to get inspiration, motivation, and hacks about life, career, and writing, this is the channel for you. I am ERR Stories, and welcome to Life Thoughts and Inspirations TV. Hello everyone! Welcome back to Life Thoughts and Inspirations TV. Today's installment of our Bounce Back series is something that we really need, especially as we move towards the new norm. Kung last time we focused more on finding our passion and discovering more about ourselves and the things that we like, this time mas very timely siya kasi we cannot find our passion if we don't really have the courage to face the challenges ahead. And I am very honored that our guest for today's episode will be sharing with us practical tips on how to face the challenges brought about by the pandemic, coming from the perspective of someone in the discipline of psychology. Yan, favorite natin yung discipline na yan. And also of an academician. So with us today, ladies and gentlemen, my viewers, is the Dean of College of Psychology of Southville International School and Colleges, Dean Ruel Cajili.
Hello, good evening, Ms. Leeds. Good evening to all the viewers and audience of this webinar.
Yes. Hi, sir. How are you doing today?
Well, I'm good, but syempre, as others would always say, we're part of this pandemic. It's something that would speak of really a big change in us. Kaya there's no choice but for us to feel good, to think good, for us to be able to really manifest good aura to anyone, to everyone.
Yeah, I agree. Parang it's our choice talaga, sir, to manifest that good aura to everyone.
It's not easy what we actually experience and are still experiencing at this time because we're caught off guard. So I mean to say not all of us were ready in terms of really how this change would really affect our lives holistically. Totally nag 360 degrees turn ang buhay natin, ang routine natin across ages, right?
Mm-hmm.
At sa mga teenagers, sa mga young adults, especially yung ating mga elderly. So talagang this time we need really a lot of prayers and we need to be strong. We have to have high grit and resilience because only through this, pairing it with the prayers with God, mas matatawid natin ito ng maayos.
I agree, sir. Tama po talaga yun. Parang everyone's shocked and all, right? Speaking of shock, being shocked, shock na shock ako. Diba? Parang lahat tayo, nag-iba talaga ng lifestyle. Sir, before we go to the topic na how do we face life's challenges, I want to ask, what do you think are some of the challenges that are brought about by this pandemic sa buhay natin?
That's a good question. So, this has been a really recurring question sa lahat. Bata, matanda, babae, lalaki, kung ano man ang relihiyon. That is one of the striking questions na very evidently nasasagot naman ng lahat. And what is common answer to this question would be resistance to change. So, kasi bagong pangyayari sa buhay natin, a new stage of our life. And then, if this is something new, then we go to transition. And whenever we go to transition, there will always be an adjustment. At ang most difficult part ng adjustment would be the acceptance to blend, the acceptance to adapt because of the new slate. Not all people would have the skill not to easily adjust. Not all people would have the willingness to adjust right away. But it's something that a person has to because he has no choice because this is the new life. This is the new normal. This is the new routine. So ang kinakailangan dito would speak of the challenge is really making the person accept what is needed to be accepted. Right? So if there are new things happening to you, Okay? And you are not really more of accepting of these new things, you are highly resistant, then that is a challenge. That's the number one challenge. Number one challenge, why? Because the person will become very pessimistic. The refusal to accept change, okay, would show how pessimistic an individual is. Andyan yung magdududa na siya kung ano yung mangyayari sa buhay niya kapag ganito ang gagawin ko. Kasi comfort zone na ng tao, yung nakasanayan niya.
Correct.
And when a person has reached his comfort zone, hindi ganun kadaling bitawan. Hindi ganun kadaling i-let go. Kasi you'll go back to stage 1. And an individual already knew how difficult it was or how difficult it will be when you go back to stage 1. Ikaw ba
Correct.
naman, di ba, kunyari, nakasanayan mo na to, gumising ng umaga, very smooth, flowing. Gigising ng umaga, kakain ka, sasakay ka ng jeep, and then smooth flowing, then you go to school, walang problema, you get to interact with people, you get to talk to people, you get to see your friends and all. Then suddenly, big change. We cannot anymore, what? Be with people. We have to keep social distancing. We have to be on quarantine so that the movement of the virus will stop. And it's so drastic. It's so mabilis.
Correct.
So what do you think will happen to the person? The person will definitely first ask, why? No, why do I have to follow these rules? No, why do I have to embrace the change? Talaga bang maapektuhan ako niyan? Talaga bang magkaka-virus ako if ito ang gagawin ko or ito ang hindi ko gagawin? So there are a lot of questions that would be running, and until such time that the person has not experienced, okay, the danger, he will never believe that what the government is requesting for us to do, stay home, is something effective. Kasi hindi niya pa nararanasan. At ang nature ng tao would be, they only believe when they experience it. Only a few would say that I have to follow the government because it's real. It's happening. Nangyayari. Hindi siya gawa-gawa lang. Nangyayari. And from endemic, it became pandemic. Di ba? It became global, very alarming. Pero ang tanong nga, hindi pa nangyayari sa tao. No? Hindi pa nangyayari sa kanya. Kaya hindi siya ganun naniniwala. Kaya yung concept niya of embracing what should be done and to follow what the government has instructed us to do, hindi ganun agad nai-instill sa kanila. Hindi ganun agad sila nagpa-follow. Hindi ganun agad sila sumusunod. Okay. That's why the first challenge there is really to make the person change their perspective, to embrace and accept change, which is a transition.
Wow, that's very true. Oo nga, sir, no? Looking back, parang pag all of a sudden, something new is introduced, ang hirap kagad tanggapin ng isang tao. So, that's right. One of the biggest challenges talaga, even you viewers would agree, is really yung parang transition. How do you accept change? Yan. Gaya nga sabi ni Dean Ruel, it's a matter of really changing your perspective. Kasi everything's new. And we are all shocked and surprised.
Let me just add, Elids, part of that one would be yung tinatawag din nating anxiety that will cause us when we embrace the change. Because we do not know yet what will happen because it's something new.
Correct.
Unlike in the routinary things that a person usually does, comfortable na siya. Na kahit magkamali siya, he knows that this is what he has to do, this is how to correct it. Confident siya because he's very used to doing it. Unlike this one, it's something new. Everything is considered not yet experienced by the person. So siya rin naninimplado, testing the water, how things will go. So that is really part of the resistance to change.
Correct, I agree. Wow, first part pa lang guys, napaka-fruitful na ng discussion na to. Moving on to the next question, Dean Ruel. How do we bounce back from all the challenges because of this pandemic? Like, for example, open na tayo, sige, there's change. Pero paano natin sisimulang harapin ang problema?
That's a good question. Ang gaganda ng mga tanong mo, Elise.
Thank you.
So, kung paano natin sisimulan ang change would speak of changing the perspective. Ang sabi ko nga, di ba, ang challenge is really to accept the change. Pero ang tanong nga is ano ang perspective ng tao about accepting the change? Ano ang perspective ng tao about the word acceptance? When a person is actually hooked with his routinary activities, a person is confident to deliver those. Even if eyes closed, he can 100% perfectly deliver those things. Okay, because that has been his comfort zone. Nakasanayan niya na yun. Paulit-ulit. But for something that would speak of new, trial and error. And mas kinakatakutan ng tao ang magkaroon ng error kaysa mag-try. Kaya ayaw nilang mag-try.
Yeah.
Why? The perspective of error would lead to discomfort. The perspective of error would lead to self-doubt. The perspective of error would lead to low self-concept. The perspective of error would lead to difficulty. And these thoughts would make the person refrain from trying. Kung pwede nga lang sana trial and trial and trial and trial, pero hindi trial and error. Kung trial and trial and trial, the person is not considering error as a blockage for him to keep trying. Pero ang trial and error kasi would speak of trial, error, and from the error we learn, and then we keep trying. No, because there's no such thing as a fluid trial. No, kaya ka nga nagtatrial because there's no certainty. So, ang nangyayari ngayon would speak of dahil nakaka-experience yung tao ng error, merong discomfort. And that would really make him doubt himself if he can. That's when self-doubting would start. At yun yung nakaka-apekto sa perspective ng tao. Ando na yung mahihirapan ako, ayoko, this might lead me to something else na I'm not sure. So, the perspective now, which should be really positive, nagiging negative. So, the first thing that one should do is really changing his perspective about this new normal, about the new things in his life. Instead of dwelling with negativities, one should dwell with positive consequences that this new normal can bring. Instead of seeing the threats, see the opportunities and dwell on those opportunities so that hindi ka ganon matatakot to embrace the change. That's the first. Second, kasi transitioning din ang pag-accept ng mga bagong bagay sa buhay. Meron din siyang process na tinatawag. Pangalawa, when a person starts to look at the situation in a different perspective, positive perspective, the second would speak of conditioning. Kapag nakita mo na ito yung mga opportunities, condition yourself. I can do this. This may not yet happening, but these are the opportunities that this new normal, new things in life will give me or will provide me. Then you condition yourself that you can really reach and attain those opportunities. Having a healthy mindset of conditioning yourself that you can really achieve those opportunities is something that would speak of worth experiencing as an individual. After you have conditioned yourself, then that's when you start embracing the new things in your life.
Yeah.
When we talk about embracing new things in your life, you start walking the talk. You don't just talk about, kaya ko to, kinakondisyon ko na yung sarili ko. Embracing means putting actions, and never regret that you have started walking the talk. Yeah.
Wow, oo nga no, sir. May parang may process eh. Kasi yung iba, nahihirapan silang to accept it, I mean, to face the challenges. Kasi nga, walang change of perspective na parang drastic kagad. Pero there's a
Oo.
process. Yes.
True yan, no? Ang mahirap kasi rito talaga, Elids, yung sa environment eh. Dapat bibigyan din ng space ang bawat tao na magkaroon ng right time for this transition. Yung right pacing. Yung right pacing. Kasi kapag drastic yung pagproseso nung pacing na yon, I'm telling you, the person will definitely become the worst of himself. Na parang napilitan lang siya,
Mm-mm.
no? But eventually, sisisihin niya yung sarili niya na hindi ako happy, na hindi ko naiintindihan bakit ko ito ginagawa, na parang nasasakal siya. Unlike if the pacing is given to the person openly, properly, I mean, he has conditioned himself that I am on this track, no, I am on this step, and then gradually, I'm working on it, I'm starting to walk the talk, very, very open niyang mai-embrace na ito na yung bagong buhay ko.
Oh.
No. Not because you have to do this, you don't have a choice. We all have choices. The question is, do you know your choice? Kaya mo bang magsalita? Kaya mo bang i-verbalize properly yung nararamdaman mo to blend in terms of shaping your perspective to the new normal?
Kanda. Blending to the new normal. And sir, going back yung sinabi mo kanina na may positive consequences and all, it's good kasi usually, ang nakikita natin, the negative side. Pero we're not saying naman na don't look at the negative side. Parang i-recognize mo siya. But at the same time, there's always a positive side to every story. So, ang ganda. Guys, so, ayan na. So, we'll start first. Correct?
Totoo yun. We're dual. In nature, we're dual. If there is black, there is white. If there is positive, there is negative. But in terms of weighing and dwelling much, no, for you to be able to set the perspective, dun ka na sa positive. No? Because you see the opportunities. Eh. You see the good things that this not so good situation will give you. Okay? But if the situation is already not so good and you still dwell on the negative consequence, well, I'm pretty much sure hihilahin ka niyan pababa.
Sobrang magiging ganyan ka na, sir.
Magiging ano ka na, no? Someone that would speak of freely would be needing help. No, would be needing help. At ito pa pala yung isa, no, na dapat tandaan ng tao, acknowledge your weakness. As much as you are trying to embrace the new normal, acknowledge your weakness and your limitations. Kung hindi nyo talaga kaya, seek help. Huwag pilit. Yun yung binabanggit ko sa inyo, yung trigger ang environment. No? Kasi pinipilit ka. No? Pinipilit ka. Learn how to speak up properly, prudently, no? Because you are acknowledging your weakness and your limitations. At this time, hindi ko kaya eh. At this time, kailangan ko ng tulong. Help me. Kasi sa panahon ngayon, especially sa mga nangyayari sa paligid, kasi kung titingnan mo, no, hindi lang naman pandemic ang problema natin ngayon eh.
Correct.
Hindi lang naman ng COVID-19. Kasi ang effect niyan sa atin, 360 degrees din. May mga kumpanyang nagsarado, no, marami ang nawalan ng trabaho, no, marami ang nasi-shorten yung working hours nila, which would have an implication to their pay, yung mga bills na dapat bayaran, no? So madami siya. May mga tao na kung saan hindi ganon ka high ang tolerance sa problema, na nagiging cause kung bakit hirap din sila pumasok doon sa tinatawag nating changing the perspective. Kasi, syempre, kung ikaw ba naman may problema ka pa, tapos may pending kang problema, tapos ito yung dapat mong gawin, automatically, ang gagawin natin, kasi physiological need yan eh, isolve muna natin yung problema natin for us to survive. But it has to be hand in hand kasi. No, hand in hand. People can only do so much. If you need help, seek help. if no one can help you in terms of, settling all those things that I mentioned, maybe these are all materials, bayarin, trabaho, and all, that's when the other side can help you. That despite these problems of yours, okay, turn it to something positive. No? Paano yon? Paano mo siya gagawing positive? Ano ba naman yan, Dean? No? Paano magiging positive yun? Ang dami
Yes.
kong utang, ang dami kong dapat bayaran, no? Nawalan ako ng trabaho. Paano ko siya gagawing positive? First, okay, isipin mo na lang, mas nagiging matatag ka, mas nagiging matapang ka, mas kaya mo mag-isip ng maayos, mas maging mapamaraan because of the situation na before hindi mo nagagawa. Pero ngayon, mas nagiging mapamaraan ka. Nagiging mas masinop ka, no? Nagiging mas humane ka. Mas kaya mo ngayong maging humble, mas kaya mo ngayong kumatok, no, sa ibang tao, no? Because you need help. Sometimes this is also an eye-opener for one to somehow experience things that they have not experienced, because this is a reality. We become a better person because of these challenges, because of these trials. We become stronger, we become smarter, we become more conscientious because of the situation. We become more humble, because of this situation. And that is something that you should also be thankful of. Tanong, sir, makakain ba yan ng pamilya ko? Yung pagiging conscientious ko, yung pagiging humble ko, yung pagiging mas matalino ko, mas pamamaraan ko. Well, those are all non-tangible things. But there's no harm in trying. You become more, no? You become better. Kaya mong kumatok, kaya mong magsalita, kaya mong makipag-usap, kaya mong humingi ng tulong.
That's true. Meron nga, sir, yung banking on what you said, meron tayong isang news, parang last night yata yun, sir. Ano siya, he's working sa barko, so nawalan siya ng work and all. Eh, syempre sa barko, sa cruise, medyo malaki na yung kita niya. Tapos nagastos talaga and all. Ang ginawa niya, sir, he humbled himself na parang he started looking at opportunities and nakita niya na pwedeng opportunity yung pagtitinda ng barbecue. So yun, he did that. Parang gawa siya ng barbecue and all. Tapos dinideliver niya sa mga kapitbahay niya and his earning. Sabi niya, better to kesa wala akong kikitain, wala akong ikabubuhay and barangal naman. So,
oh yeah.
Ganda.
Di ba marami na nga ngayon ng mga nag-online selling?
Yes.
Ibenta nila yung mga collections nila because they know really na those are just temporary things in life. Na I think after this, maitawid lang natin tong crisis na to, they know better now what to do next time in their lives. Di ba? Mas magiging matalino sila, mas magsisave sila, mas mag-i-invest sila ng tama. No? Kasi na-experience na nila kung ano yung hirap. No? So they know better. People would know better this time.
Tas we will value more, sir, yung mga bagay-bagay sa paligid natin na bigla na lang nawala. Ganda. May isa ba akong question, sir? Pero actually, medyo parang nasagot mo na siya. Pero bigyan lang natin ng emphasis. Para to dun, sir, sa mga tao na, alam mo yun, parang na-stock up sila sa situation talaga. And parang na-caught up sila sa situation. And maybe this is the time, hopefully through this interview with you, Dean Ruel, parang ma-inspire natin sila to rise up from the situation. Ano po yung message no for them?
Well, for those people who may have been fixated with the situation and would have difficulty rising up or makabawi man lang sa sitwasyon, well, I would say na this is now the right time for you to reflect and at the same time start waking up na ang oras tumatakbo. Hindi pwedeng permanently, okay, nakakabit na lang sa atin yung hindi natin pag-accept doon sa mga dapat nating i-accept. Kasi this is it. Whether we like it or not, hindi na babalik yung dati. No, gusto ko lang sabihin sa inyo, hindi na natin maibabalik yung, when we talk na hindi natin maibabalik yung dati, yung routines. No, kaya nga siya new normal. Ibig sabihin, kung magkakaroon man ng similarities sa ginagawa natin noon sa ngayon, bago pa rin to. Because of the experience that we had, we start to have different approach now to things. And for those of you, you may still be in the situation wherein you cannot move forward. It would speak of really going back to your own self-reflection that this time you have to start rising and then confront the concerns. Ang kino-confront natin dito is yung ano yung nagpapahirap sa'yo kung bakit hindi ka makamove forward. Yun. I-acknowledge mo kung ano yun. Kung ano yung takot na ikinakaharap mo, no, yung nararamdaman mo, yung naiisip mo, i-verbalize mo siya. Huwag mo siyang itago sa sarili mo. Don't keep it to yourself. It's better that you have someone who you can share these feelings of yours, these thoughts of yours, no? Because through sharing this one, gagaan ang pakiramdam mo. It's so difficult kasi, elids, no? Na you just keep all those things with you. You become more inhibited. Kahit sabihin mo in the morning, yes, I'm okay because I get to see my family members. I get to talk to them. I get to really feel them, that they are here. I am with them. You know what? At the end of the day, when you're about to sleep, that's when everything will all go back to you. You start thinking the worries and all because you haven't really shared all those. Unlike if you have started sharing all those things with you to a friend, no, to your sibling, to your parents, whoever whom you consider is your confidant, someone who would understand you, or even if just letting them hear you out, hear your concerns, listen to you, that is already a good step. That would speak of giving you the initial step of making you feel that you are being helped. And at the same time, you are also helping yourself because there's no one who can help you but yourself. The other people around you would serve as a support group. But it's only you who can really push yourself, to do what is right, to do what you think is best for yourself so that you can start moving forward. You should take one step at a time. I'm not saying that after this, sinabi yung ni Sir, I have to rise up already, and start reflecting, one step at a time. Always start your day with a prayer, so that God will give you grace, will give you the blessing, will give you the strength that you need.
Amen.
And the mere fact that you experience waking up in the morning, that's a big blessing. Na wala kang sakit, na walang sakit sa pamilya mo, and all, na nagising ka, that's something that would speak of you should be thankful for. Then after that one, seek for strength. Seek for wisdom. Seek for God's grace. Because through that, mas napapatatag yung kalooban mo. Mas kaya mong sabihin kung ano yung nararamdaman mo. Ang isang taong kulong sa nararamdaman niya ay isang taong hindi nagtitiwala sa ibang tao kasi wala siyang tiwala sa sarili niya. Kaya niya kinikip yung problem niya, kaya kinikip niya yung saloobin niya, kaya kinikip niya yung sakit niya kasi wala siyang tiwala, na maiintindihan siya ng mga, o matatanggap siya ng mga taong pagsasabihan niya. Pero ang totoo nun, it's the person's perception. The truth is, siya mismo ang walang tiwala sa sarili. The person cannot give, we cannot give what we don't have. A person cannot give something to others without having that. So, I think it's better for that person, whoever you are, to start moving forward. Pray, reflect, share, and walk the talk.
Wow, napakaganda, sir, ng inyong sharing. That's true. Everything that you said is very inspiring, Dean Ruel. And I really hope and pray that sa ating mga viewers who are watching and in this situation, we are one with you. If you need help, if you can't really say, kasi iba sir, hindi sila makapag-share sa mga kilala nila eh, parang nahihiya sila and all. You can message us. You can message the channel and we will help you out. Sometimes it's a matter of really sharing eh. Parang you have to open yourself din. And from there, accept help din. Yung iba kasi sir, no, ayaw talaga nilang mag-accept ng help.
Alam mo kung bakit? Kasi sa experience yan eh. Minsan, experience nila, humingi sila ng tulong, nag-share sila, it might have been a different result. So, ayaw na nila. But there's no such thing as two similar things at a time, no? Kung nangyari man sa inyo dati yon, no, hindi na yun mauulit sa ngayon. So, yun lang, no? The reason why sometimes they refrain seeking help because of the experience. Another would be, ito yung totoo pag nag-share ka naman, sasabihin mo, wala namang mangyayari dyan eh, wala namang sasabihin eh. Hindi ka nag-share para may masabi sila. Kasi yung expectations mo, gusto mo, yung tao ang tutulong sa'yo. No? Kasi nag-share ka, gusto mo, may marinig ka na gusto mo. Pero hindi ganun yun. Ang makakasolve ng problema mo, ikaw, hindi ibang tao.
Tayo pa rin.
No, medium lang yung ibang tao, pero tayo pa rin. Kaya minsan nadi-disappoint tayo kasi hindi yun yung gusto nating marinig. Pero kaya nga tayo nag-share eh. Kasi sila yung taga-balanse. No, kung ikaw ba naman, nasa loob ka ng tubig, baso ng tubig. Siyempre, imagine niyo baso, may tubig, pumasok ka sa loob. Makikita mo ba kung gaano kalinaw yung tubig?
Hindi,
di ba? Hindi, kasi ikaw yung nasa loob ng tubig. Sino ang makakakita kung malinaw o malabo yung tubig?
Yung nasa labas.
Yung nasa labas. Kaya yung nasa labas ang magsasabi sa'yo kung gaano kalabo yung tubig. Parang ganun lang yun. No, dahil ikaw ang may problema, hindi mo makikita kung ano yung problema. Subjective ka. Ang makakakita noon, the one who can really assess how deep the problem is would be the other people. And that is what others are doing. Because the people around you are medium. So, they are just guide, not to help you. But still, the answer to the problem is best kung ikaw ang gagawa para sa sarili.
Wow, that's very true. It's been a productive, I think, 30-minute discussion din, Ruel. Hindi natin namalayan ng oras. Sobrang napakaganda. And I know, once this is aired sa mga manonood sa atin, it will really be of big help to them. Especially, we're towards June 15, June, July, ganyan, and so forth. And yun, in high hope na ma-discover na rin yung vaccine. So guys, as what Dean Ruel mentioned, we have to be able to see the opportunities, the positive consequences, and change our perspective. There might be negative things, pero don't just look at the negative, but see the positive side. And then, gusto ko to sir, yung step number 2 is to condition yourself. Parang, you program yourself, you can do this, this is possible and all. And the third one is walk the talk. You embrace the new things in life. It's not enough na sabihin mo lang na kaya ko to, pero syempre dapat gumawa ka rin ng mga kahit simple steps, step by step. Hindi naman kailangan na super drastic ka agad. Dahil syempre masyashock talaga tayo and all. Sir Ruel, bonus to, dun sa mga, baka meron tayo dyan mga senior high school students who are looking at choosing a course in college, and anyway, opening of classes is by August pa.
Well, actually, this is what I always tell my my students and those who I interview. Psychology is not just a profession. Psychology is not just a discipline. Psychology is a way of life. More than anything else, okay, psychology helps one to become better individual. Well, technically, psychology is a discipline. It's a pre-med, it's a pre-law, okay? And it's also a helping profession. And it's so difficult, very challenging, but very rewarding to understand human mind and behavior. Not all are equipped to be given this knowledge. No, not all, I'm telling you. Being in the discipline will give you an edge to really be more engaged with different kinds of people. Kahit anong profession pa, or kahit anong career meron ka pa, if you are a graduate of psychology, then you will succeed because you know how to deal with different people. You become more resilient, to different situations. You become more efficacious.
Wow.
You become more productive because that is your foundation. Your foundation is you have fully understood yourself. No, that's why you can understand other people. As I mentioned a while ago, it's hard to give what you do not have. It's hard to understand other people if you do not understand yourself. And that is what we do in psychology. No, psychology is really interesting. Not just the subject, but especially if you are already in the application of the discipline. Okay. So, for those of you who are interested to take psychology, okay, so one of the best schools, providing the course is Southville International School and Colleges. No, not because I'm the Dean of the College of Psychology of Southville, but because we know that we are very hands-on with the skills, learnings, theories, practices that we are giving our students. We assure you that from the moment that you enter the College of Psychology, you are thoroughly guided until you get your diploma with BS Psychology and you proceed to MA Psychology of SIS.
Wow, nako, exciting yan. Later on, I will post sa ating description button how to go about it. Yan. Thank you so much, Dean Ruel. It's so nice to hear it from the perspective of someone who's really in the discipline of psychology and an academician. Parang it's a total something new kasi in the news, it's more of about related to politics, economics, and all. Pero looking at it sa field of discipline of psychology, it's totally different. I'm so grateful that you have taken your time to share with us and to our viewers. So, yes, sir?
I also would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity to make use of this platform of yours to help even in my own little ways, people who will watch your vlog or who will watch this mini webinar or this mini Q&A that we have, because I think this is a way of me reaching out to people and making people understand how things will go at this pandemic even after the pandemic. As they said nga, di ba, the next pandemic that we should be watching over is the mental health. Because definitely this one would have an effect to the mental health of people. Not only after, even now, there are a lot of issues of the mental health of everyone. Okay, so there. So thank you, Elids, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Dean Ruel. And thank you so much to our audience for staying with us. This has been ERR Stories and Dean Ruel Cajili. Thank you very much and see you again. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to your friends. And yes, always remember Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Bye-bye!